Imagine yourself being chased by a dog. Let's say your speed is 10 kilometers per hour at which you are escaping from the dog. But how will you escape the dog? Basic physics tells us that we need to know the dog's speed as well. Let's say the dog's speed is 8 kilometers per hour. Now you are relieved because you know now you can easily escape the dog. Why is that so? It is because relative to you, the dog is moving away from you at 2 kilometers per hour. So what does this example tell us? This tells us that it is the relative speed between the dog and you that matters and not your individual speeds. Now let's get out of the earth and go to outer space. Now if I light up a torch in this space, then from somewhere or the other we know that the speed of light coming from the torch is 300,000 km per hour. But what is this speed relative to? Earlier, people had no answer to this question. But that is when they came up with the concept of the luminiferous ether. So the theory goes like this. There is a substance which fills the entire space uniformly, and it is with respect to this substance that the speed of light is 300,000 km per hour, and this substance is what we call the luminiferous ether. But now you might be wondering, what can be wrong with such a beautiful and elegant idea? Let's see it this way. We know that the sun is at the center of our solar system and the planets revolve around the sun. And according to our theory, this entire solar system is filled with the luminiferous ether. Now, as the planets revolve around the sun, they are constantly changing their direction. So, as they move through the ether, they must drag the ether along with them, resulting in the creation of what we call an ether wind on their surface. But what can be the possible effects of this ether wind? Let's understand that using a thought experiment. Let's say that there are two friends. One is Ramesh and the other is Suresh. Now they are meeting each other after a very long time. But to make their meeting a little interesting, let us introduce ether wind into the picture, which is moving towards the right at 50,000 km per hour. Now the speed of light with respect to ether is 300,000 km per hour. So light from Suresh goes towards Ramesh at a speed of 250,000 km per hour. Similarly, light from Ramesh goes towards Suresh at 350,000 km per hour. What does this mean? This basically means that Suresh watches Ramesh before Ramesh watches Suresh. Now, just imagine this in real life. Two people are stationary, but still, one of them sees the other one first. Weird, right? This tells us that there might be some flaw in our ether theory. But we can't just prove a theory wrong based on a thought experiment, right? But there are experiments which have shown that the ether can't actually exist. So let us now look at one of them. The Michelson and Morley experiment was an attempt to detect the proposed ether. The procedure depended on a Michelson interferometer, a sensitive optical device that compares the optical path lengths for light moving in two mutually perpendicular directions. Michelson reasoned that if the speed of light is constant with respect to the proposed ether through which the earth is moving, then that motion would be detected by comparing the speed of light in the direction of Earth's motion and the speed of light at right angles to Earth's motion. But as it turns out, no difference was found. This led to the end of the proposed ether theory. Given here is a more refined version of the Michelson-Morley setup. But now, as the ether theory is eliminated, what is the reference frame with respect to which the speed of light is 300,000 km per hour? Enter Einstein. Einstein gave the most elegant answer to this question. The speed of light is 300,000 km per hour with respect to everything. That is, you don't need a reference frame to say that the speed of light is 300,000 km per hour. So I'm sorry ether, light doesn't need you anymore. This proposal by Einstein ultimately led to his famous special theory of relativity.